Okay, party time. Well, welcome. Child's pose, why don't we get started there? Let your knees tap out wide. If you want a couple movements before you get there too, please take it. Wiggle out your hips, wiggle out your torso a little bit. Do whatever you need to maybe just make this child's pose a little more comfortable. And then slowly start to tune into your breath, maybe a little bit slower, a little bit deeper. Let's walk our hands over towards the right side of the mat, and you can even stack your left hand on top of your right if you'd like. And as you gently sink your hips back, let's again take a slow breath in, let your whole body fill up, and then open your mouth as you exhale, let everything release. And then do that again, slow breath in, open mouth. If that's feeling really good, you can do that another time or two just to let go of the morning, the weekend. Eventually, Ujjayi breath, and with that, walk your hands over towards the left. Once you crawl yourself over, again, just soften down. So not a whole lot of control over this. Think more softness and surrender, and we will work with control in a little bit. As you feel your Ujjayi breath begin to kind of work its way, feel that texture in your throat. That warmth beginning to build in your body. And then walk yourself back through center. Pause here, breath in. Ujjayi breath out. Press up to tabletop, make your way to hands and knees. Take a cat pose as you come up, round and curl, chin to your chest. And then as you breathe in, dip your belly, find one cow, tuck your toes under. And downward facing dog, send your hips up. And then spend a few moments pedaling out your feet, shake your head out a little bit. Spread your fingers out nice and wide so you set up a nice strong wide base. And then a couple breaths on your own. Movement, stillness, again, just whatever feels nice right now and this morning. And then you can walk your feet a little bit closer together in your down dog. Stretch your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip, and take some movements in that right leg. Draw some circles, bend and straighten out your leg. Keep tapping into your breath as you move. Maybe a circle or two in the opposite direction if there is a habitual way you like to move. And then we'll stay with the hips stacked for a moment. Breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. And then really hug your knee up for a moment. Inhale. Set your knee down to the ground like the center of your mat. Modified side plank, left arm to the sky will open up towards the street. And then maybe draw a few circles with your left arm. Just roll out that shoulder. You can keep your left foot grounded or start to hover it up. And if you do hover it up, really power through that left leg, kick it back, breathe in. If your leg is lifted, bend your knee and see if you can capture your foot with your left hand. Pull your heel towards your glute for a quad stretch or kick it back for a back bend, just whatever might feel nice in this moment. And then if you're holding your foot, start to release it. Left arm to the sky. Take a breath in. And then step your left foot through to the top of the mat as you breathe out. Tap your fingertips to the ground. Let your hips sink forward. Draw your heart forward for a moment. Breathe in. And then a half split. Straighten out your left leg, toes up. Great spot for your blocks if you want to bring the ground a little closer. And then we'll shift back and forth. Low lunge, hips forward. Draw your heart forward. And half split. Stretch it out. Let's just go one more time back and forth. Follow your own breath as you move. When you end up in your next half split, pause there for a moment. Let your forehead relax down towards your shins. Super active through your toes. I'm a big fan of windshield wipering my toes a little bit side to side as I wake up through the hamstring, so you can try out different movements. And let's give it one more breath in. And back to a lunge as you breathe out. Step your right foot up to meet your left, fold at the top of the mat, and we'll ragdoll. Reach for opposite elbows, separate your feet out, and sway a little bit side to side. Just notice how soft you can get your upper body. Shake your head out a little bit, let something go from the neck, your head. And then give it one more breath in. One more breath out. Let your fingertips release down to the ground and roll your way to standing. Unravel your spine. Your head will be the last thing to lift. As it does, then stretch your arms up to the sky. Breathe in. Cactus your arms, widen through your chest. Breathe out. Drop your hands behind you, interlace them together. Take a moment to squeeze into your shoulders. Breathe in. Fold your way down in half again. As much as feels okay on the shoulders, hands can move away from your low back. Find that softness in your knees as you fold. And then maybe over time, crown of your head draws down towards the ground. One more full breath in. Stay as you breathe out. Gently release your hands down to the ground. Halfway lift, lengthen your back. Breathe in. Tap your fingertips to the ground. Step your left foot back. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Send it up. Breathe in. Knee to right tricep. Breathe out. So Lisa, we're in a down dog with the right leg lifted. Right leg high. Breathe in. Now we got it. Knee to left tricep. Exhale. Right leg high. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Let it go. Breathe out. Shift forward to plank. Inhale. Just take a moment to stabilize into your plank as you exhale. One more breath in as you press the ground away. Lower all the way down to your belly. Walk your fingertips out wide when you get there. Tent your fingers, elbows lifted. Peel your chest up. Breathe in. Dip your right shoulder down. Look to your left. Breathe out. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left shoulder dips. Lift back up, breathe in. Forehead to the ground, breathe out. Hands by your chest, tuck your toes, plank, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip, and give yourself a chance to find all those movements. Roll out through the hip, bend and straighten out your leg. Stay engaged with your breath, maybe a few circles in the opposite direction too. For a moment, we'll keep the hips stacked. Breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Stay here, hug the knee up, inhale. Knee to the ground, exhale. Modified side plank, right limbs lift. Either keep the right foot grounded or lift it, but start off with an arm circle or two. Just roll out that right shoulder. And then when you're ready, start to power up the right leg, kick it back. And once you lift up through your right leg, you can stay or bend your knee and capture your foot. Between the quad stretch and the back bend, take a moment to breathe. And then release your right foot, right arm to the sky, breathe in. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, breathe out. Whether you're using your blocks or not, let your hips dip forward, heart forward, breathe in. Half split, straighten out your right leg, breathe out. And then on your own, back and forth a few times, just on your own breath. Give yourself maybe 2 or 3 pulses, and then we'll end up in a half split, and you can just hold it there and breathe. And whenever you do choose to end up in that half split, if you want little movements in your toes, keep them super active either way. That'll encourage the hamstrings. Let's stay with one more breath in. Low lunge as you breathe out. Step your left foot up to meet your right, fold in half at the top. And then begin to roll your way up, unravel your spine. As you rise, arms stretch up, breathe in. Cactus and widen your chest, breathe out. One more time, drop your hands behind you, take the opposite grip, awkward thumb on top, breath in, puff up. Exhale, fold. 3 breaths here to work your fold. Soften the muscles in your neck, let your upper body hang. One more round of breath. Gently release your hands to the ground, halfway lift, breathe in. Fingertips to the ground, step your right foot back. 3-legged dog, left leg sweeps high, breathe in. Knee to left tricep, breathe out. Left leg high, inhale. Tap your right tricep, exhale. Left leg high, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Shift forward to plank, inhale. Lower all the way down to your belly, exhale. This time, fingertips stay below your shoulders. Baby cobra, lift your chest, hover your palms for a moment, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, release back down. And we'll do that again. Baby cobra, lift and hover, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Baby or full cobra, you choose how big of a back bend will feel nice in this moment. Breathe in. Exhale, release it down. High plank, breath in. Down dog, breathe out. Couple of breaths, just land back. And then we'll start to add on a little bit. Right leg to the sky, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Hold here, inhale. Knee to the ground, exhale. Modified side plank, left limbs lift, breathe in. Left foot top of the mat, breathe out. This time, sweep your arms up to the sky, inhale. Cactus your arms, widen your chest, exhale. Reach up, breathe in. Half split, breathe out, straighten the left leg. Stay with the breath in. Low lunge, breathe out. Standing splits, right leg to the sky, inhale. And just give yourself a moment to land into standing splits as you exhale. Active through your right toes as you kick up and back, take a breath in. Shiva squat, right knee to left calf, maybe hands to heart. Oh, patron, you can step your left foot forward, cool. Let's go back to standing split one time, breathe in. Back to that Shiva, hug it in, breathe out. And then pause here for a moment, draw your hands to your heart. Little by little, single leg will rise to standing. And once you draw that right leg up, reach up towards the sky, breathe in. Figure 4 chair, ankle over your knee, start to sit yourself back. Hands can come to your heart, or you can reach forward and up like chair. Stay active through the right toes, breathe in. And just sit yourself back as you breathe out. Come back through single leg, inhale. Low lunge as you step back, palms down to the ground. Three-legged dog, left leg to the sky, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Hold here, inhale. Knee to the ground, exhale. Modified side plank, right limbs lift, breathe in. Right foot top of the mat, breathe out. Modified crescent, sweep up, inhale. Widen your chest, cactus your arms, exhale. Reach up, breathe in. Half split, breathe out. Stay with your breath in, toes up. Low lunge, exhale. Standing splits, left leg to the sky. You can always keep your blocks under your hands. And then take a moment to kind of play with your standing split. Notice what feels best. Technically, you're leveling out your hips. But again, I say play around a little bit too. Active through your toes, breathe in. Shiva squat, left knee to your right calf, maybe palms in front of your heart. And then we'll go back again. Standing split, breathe in, left leg high. One more Shiva, hug it in. And once you start to turn into this little ball, again, palms in front of your heart so you can rise, single leg, bring that left leg up with you, reach up towards the sky. Stabilize through your right foot, a little micro bend can stay, breathe in. Figure four chair, ankle over your knee as you sit back. Anything you want to do with your arms that helps you balance, but breathe into the lower half. Feel the weight draw back towards your right heel. Stay with one more exhale, gaze steady. Single leg rises you up, breathe in. Low lunge, big step back, palms to the ground, breathe out. Step back to plank this time, inhale. Pause and hold, exhale. Rock forward on your toes, breathe in. Lower all the way down to the ground, breathe out. Baby cobra, lift and hover, inhale. Exhale, release it. Baby or full cobra, you choose the back bend, breathe in, lift. Exhale, let it go. High plank, we rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Hold, inhale. Knee to the ground, exhale. Modified side plank, left limbs lift, breathe in. Left foot top of the mat, breathe out. Modified crescent, sweep up, inhale. Cactus and widen your chest, exhale. Reach to the sky, breathe in. Half split, breathe out. Enjoy the inhale, toes up. Lunge, exhale. Standing splits, right leg to the sky, sweep it up, inhale. Shiva, maybe palms to heart, exhale. One more, standing split, lift it up, breathe in. Shiva, breathe out. Single leg, we rise, inhale. Figure four chair, exhale. Breathe in. Sit back, breathe out. Single leg, inhale. Low lunge, step it back, exhale. Three-legged dog, left leg high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. We hold, inhale. Knee to the ground, exhale. Modified side plank, last time on this side, breathe in. Right foot top of the mat, breathe out. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Cactus the arms, widen your heart. Reach to the sky, breathe in. Half split, breathe out. Take the inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Standing splits, left leg high, breathe in. Shiva squat, tap your calf, breathe out. One more, standing split, inhale. Shiva, palms to heart, exhale. Single leg, we rise all the way up, breathe in. Figure four chair, breathe out. We've got a full breath in. Keep sitting back as you breathe out. Single leg, rise it up. Low lunge, step it back. Plank is your breath in. Optional chaturanga, halfway down or down to your belly, exhale. Up dog or cobra if you choose to move through this. Down dog, exhale. Let's take a breath in, whole body fills. Open your mouth, let everything release. Walk your hands back to meet your feet, fold at the back of the mat. Ragdoll for a moment, sway yourself side to side. With an exhale, let your fingertips release down to the ground. Roll your way to standing, unravel your spine. As your head comes up, arms to the sky, breathe in, reach up. Forward fold, dive it back down. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk forward to plank, exhale. Take a deep breath in plank. Come all the way down to your belly. Arms down by your sides now, setting up for locust. Exhale your breath out. Inhale, lift everything up, arms, legs, chest. Stay with your exhale, let everything stabilize. And then your breath in, keep lifting, hugging through your thighs. Option to interlace your hands together. 2 more breaths while you're here. Feel everything along the backside engage, the back of your neck long. Give it 1 more breath in as you lift. Exhale, release to the ground. Press up through tabletop and then find a child's pose for a moment. Sit your hips back. Rock your forehead out a little bit side to side. We'll begin to press up towards table. Take a cat and cow or 2. Give yourself a moment to move into your spine. A couple cat and cows, some wiggles of your hips side to side. Even rolls of your neck might feel nice. Let's say 2 more breaths, and then we'll end up in a down dog again together. And whenever you lift your hips up and back, from down dog, let's gaze forward, breathe in. Step or light hop, top of the mat, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, relax your head and neck, exhale. Chair pose, breathe in. Feet can be together or separate, it doesn't matter. Draw the weight back to your heels, let your glutes turn on. Hug through your inner thighs, keep that strength, breathe in. Warrior 3, left leg goes back, balance on your right. Any shape with your arms, whether you airplane them, palms to heart. If you got full warrior 3, arms forward, think about your body turning into like a plank. And then we'll take a breath in wherever you are. Shiva squat, left knee to right calf. Think about that single leg chair, sit low in your right leg. And then do that again. Warrior 3, expand it open, breathe in. Shiva, hug it all the way back in. Pause for a moment, stay low, gaze steady. And then take a big step back, crescent lunge, stay on the ball of your back foot as you reach your arms up to the sky. And then you're nice and buoyant in the back leg. Find that bit of a scooping motion in your low back, breathe in. Cactus your arms, widen through your chest, breathe out. And then reach back up, inhale. 1 more time, cactus your arms, but bend and hover into your back knee. And then we'll stay low, breathe in. Stay low, breathe out. Star pose, we're gonna open up towards the street, expand nice and wide, inhale. Just stay for a moment as you exhale, anchor down into your feet, toes slightly out, breathe in. We'll go lateral lunge to the back of the mat, bend into your left knee. Don't go all the way to Skandasana, stay kind of lifted. Let yourself, again, stay a little buoyant in that knee. We're gonna start to shift the weight into your left knee, single leg will rise up. So it's a big engagement of the inner thighs as you come up. Cool, steady your gaze on that one point on the wood. And then let your right hand release down by your side. Dancers is where we're headed to. Reach for the inner edge of your foot or really whatever is accessible. Draw your legs together. And then a little kick back, a little lean forward. Breathe as you explore your dancers. Notice how you're breathing. To release this single leg, come and rise back up, right knee in front of your hip, breathe in. Take a big step to the top of the mat as you breathe out. Star pose, inhale. Warrior two, right toes pivot forward as you exhale. Maybe a little comfort in a pose that's slightly familiar or very familiar. And then straighten out your right leg. Reach forward as far as you can. Triangle, rotate your upper body. Core strong. And as your arms expand, collarbones nice and wide. Awesome. Let's take a breath in here. Low lunge, left palm down to the ground. You walk your right foot out just a little bit wider. We're going to set up for side plank. So weights in your left hand. Start to roll open, right leg stacks over your left. The option to come down to your left knee, just as we did at the beginning, is there too. Whatever version of side plank you have, take a breath in. Stay with it as you breathe out. Maybe the right leg lifts up too. Take an inhale. You've got it. Plank or single leg plank as you exhale. Pause when you get there. Breathe in. Optional chaturanga, or you skip it and head into down dog. We have a second time to explore all of that. We might even have a third and fourth. Okay, breath in. Big cleansing breath out. Let everything go. Gaze forward, inhale. Step or light hop, top of the mat, exhale. Halfway up, breathe in. Hold, relax your head and neck. Chair pose, breathe in. Just sit back as you breathe out. Take your inhale, prepare. Warrior three, right leg back. Balance on your left. And then take a moment to explore the arm shape that'll help you feel really powerful and strong and balanced. Breathe in. Shiva squat, everything hugs together. Think single leg chair in that left leg. And then expand again. Warrior three, open it up. Shiva, everything back together. Stay low for a moment. Big step back, crescent lunge, arms to the sky. High on the ball of your back foot as you arrive. Breath in. Cactus your arms, widen your chest, breathe out. Reach up, inhale. Cactus and hover your knee now, exhale. Stay low, breathe in. Stay with it and breathe out. Star pose will open up towards the canyon, breathe in. Just stay for a moment as you breathe out. One more inhale, you're nice and big in your star, and then lateral lunge to the back. Bend into your right knee, not all the way down, but just enough that you feel a good stretch through your inner left thigh. And then single leg, it'll take a little bit of leaning and rising, let yourself rise up. Left palm comes down. Dancers, doesn't matter where you're facing or what's happening, hug your thighs. A little kick back, a little lean forward. Breathe, breathe. Allowing your heart to expand forward. We'll come to single leg first to begin the release. Left knee in front of your hip. And then a big step to the top of the mat. Star pose, breathe in. Warrior two to the front, breathe out. Land in warrior two for a moment. And then straighten out your left leg, reach forward as far as you can. Triangle, rotate your upper body. Couple rounds of breath. Enjoy this triangle. Strong in your obliques. Awesome. One more breath in. Low lunge, right palm down to the ground. And we'll twist left arm to the sky. Maybe walk your left foot out a little bit wider. Right fingers spread out nice and wide. Set up your side plank, any version. Right knee to the ground or legs stacked. Or any other version that you can think of too. And once you start to press your hips up, the option's there if you want to lift your left leg up. Everything's so powerful. Breathe in. Single leg plank or regular plank, breathe out. Pause with the inhale. Chaturanga just as an option, or skip it. Down dog or child's pose. We're going to take a few breaths wherever you decide to end up. Give yourself a little intermission. All right, wherever you've decided to be, take a deep breath in. Let your whole body fill. Open your mouth, let everything release. And then do that one more time. Breath in. This time, flutter your lips as you exhale. That felt really nice. Maybe do that one more time just to let go of anything you're still holding on to. Press up to table. And then downward facing dog. Send your hips up. Let's see what happens as we go breath to movement. Maybe add on a thing here and there. Gaze forward, breathe in. Step or light hop up, breathe out. Halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, let it go. Chair, breathe in. Warrior 3, left leg back, breathe out. Play with the arm shape for an inhale. Shiva squat, hug it together, exhale. Big step back, crescent lunge, breathe in. Cactus and hover your knee, breathe out. Star pose, inhale. Lateral lunge to the back, exhale. Take your time, single leg, rise up, pick up that right leg. Right palm down by your side, dancers begin to explore. We're gonna give it a full round of breath, inhale. Whatever you've got, stay with it as you exhale. Single leg, bring it back, breathe in. Star pose, big step, breathe out. One big inhale, reach up. Warrior 2, exhale. Straighten your front leg and reach, breathe in. Triangle, rotate it, breathe out. Enjoy the breath in, expand. Left palm to the ground, low lunge. Twist open, right arm to the sky, breathe in. Your version of side plank as you breathe out. Option to lift the top leg up, inhale. This time, option for wild thing if you'd like to take a flip as you exhale. Give yourself a full round of breath. Wild thing, the translation, the ecstatic unfolding of the enraptured heart. I just read that, so beautiful. Come back, three-legged dog. The ecstatic unfolding of the enraptured heart, the joyful, blissful heart. Oh, chaturanga if you really want it, or downward facing dog. It's the poetic translation. I don't think it's the word by word translation. Let's ecstatically unfold our enraptured heart one more time. Take a breath in where you are. Big release, let it go. Gaze forward. Step or float it up. Half lift, inhale. Fold and release. Chair pose, breathe in. Warrior 3, right leg back, breathe out. Any arm variation, breathe in. Shiva squat, hug it together. Big step back, crescent lunge, breathe in. Cactus your arms and hover your knee, breathe out. You skipped one. Star pose, breathe in. Now we open. Lateral lunge to the back, exhale. Take your time, single leg, rise it up, breathe in. Left palm down for dancers as you breathe out. Explore what you've got, breathe in. Explore what you've got, breathe out. Single leg, bring it back. Big step wide. Star with your inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Straighten and reach, breathe in. Triangle, breathe out. Stay with your inhale. Right palm down, low lunge, exhale. Twist it, left arm to the sky. Last time we moved through this, side plank, begin to set yourself up. Left leg can lift. Maybe you flip it over and explore wild thing. Take your time as you press your hip bones up. The ecstatic unfolding of your enraptured heart. Embrace it and then come back. Three-legged dog. With control, we rise. And then a chaturanga if your body's craving this motion. We will eventually end up in a squat towards like the middle of the mat. Walk your feet towards the center. Step your feet out wide. Toes out, heels in. Use a block if you'd like to sit on a block. Rock yourself out side to side. You can even let your chin drop into your chest and roll out through your neck. Let's take a deep breath in. Shoulders down and back as you breathe out. Interlace your hands together. And then we'll start to rise up as you press your palms forward. Drop your chin to your chest. And then press your palms up to the sky. Lean over to the right, exhale. Stretch back up to the sky, breathe in. Over to the left, breathe out. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, forward fold, toes can pivot forward. As your hands meet the ground, step your left foot back. Take a three-legged dog, right leg sweeps up. And then we're just gonna pull it through to pigeon. Draw your right shin towards the top of the mat. You can take this in a figure four on your back if you prefer. There's so many ways that you can adjust this to make it more comfortable for the next little bit of time. Hold in with some length. Whenever you're ready, keep the right toes active. And we've got time for you to explore. And the studio has the best props, so you can slide anything under your hips, under your forehead. And then we just breathe for a little bit. Man, my music could not have been any more on point. I don't know if that's ever happened. We breathe. Take your time with each breath. I love windy days at this studio because of the blowing leaves. You're like really in a tree house. Where can you soften? Where can you let go? Notice if your shoulders are holding on. If your teeth have clenched at all, let them soften and relax. About 5 more breaths. Take your time starting to walk your hands back. And you'll tip the weight into your right hip so you can pull your left leg around into a seat. Stretch your right leg forward, left foot in. Stretch your arms up to the sky, sit up nice and tall. You can soften into your right knee as you start to fold over your right leg. Reach for whatever feels accessible and let this be soft. Let your head and neck relax. Making our way towards a portion of class where you can be a little bit softer. Exploring the balance between where it feels good to engage, where it feels good to let go. Maybe you've done that the whole time, but now when we go slower, it's just a little bit easier to focus on it. Give it one more exhale as you let your torso draw over your right leg. And then rise yourself back up. Your left shin can stay to the top as we work pigeon on the other side. If this makes you feel lopsided by not coming to it from a down dog, you can always head back up. Take some time to set this up. Wiggle out your hips. Flex into your left toes a bit. That activation, just helping to keep your legs stable. Fold in when the time calls for it. Notice what every round of breath feels like. All the beautiful sounds around us. Couple more breaths. Soften into your neck. Relax the muscles around your eyes, your forehead. It feels funny sometimes, but it's kind of nice just to let everything droop down towards the ground. No one can see you. Let your lips hang. One more full round of breath. And then you'll take your time to begin to walk out. Weight in your left hip. Draw your right leg around. Stretch your left leg out long. Reach up towards the sky, sit up nice and tall. And then fold over your left leg. Breathe, breathe. One more round of breath. Stay with the fold. And then take your time rising. Let both feet plant down to the ground. Scoot up on your mat so you've got enough space to roll down. Bring a block with you and then roll your way down. Once you get there, walk your feet out nice and wide. Windshield wipe your knees a couple times side to side. Have your block in hand. Walk your feet hips width apart. Start off with an active bridge. Press your hips up. Feel the power through your legs just for a moment. And then we'll take that block. I'll suggest either the lowest or the medium height. Slide it underneath your sacrum. Take about 3 or 4 breaths here. So it's not the longest hold. And you can always choose to stay as I suggest something else if this just feels really awesome for the next few moments. If you would like, we'll start to take the legs up towards the sky. That's why I like the block on the lowest or medium height, just because it helps me with stability. But again, stay in supported bridge or legs up. If your legs are up, you can roll out your ankles a bit, flex and point your toes. And any other movements really that call to you. Sometimes I like hugging one knee into my chest as the other leg releases down to the ground. A breath or two before I switch it out. So take a few moments on your own. Let's say 3 more breaths, whatever it is that you're doing. We'll slowly bring the feet back down to the ground. Lift your hips up and we'll take the block out from beneath. Once you lower down onto your back, knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, rock side to side. Great time for a happy baby or anything else that'll just help you feel complete in this practice, that'll feel really nice in your body. Straightening out one leg, straightening out the other, or keeping them bent. We'll say another 5 breaths. And then know that you can start to set up for Shavasana whenever you are ready to head there. Because we have so much space, it might feel nice to scoot your legs towards the wall or scoot your entire body up against a wall, maybe legs up the wall, or utilize your blocks to support you. Any last bits of movement as you begin to find your way to this final position. Would like to add on any layers, a blanket or your own clothing, just to feel a little bit more cozy, please do. And once again, see where it is that you can soften a bit more, the muscles in your face and your jaw, your palms, your fingers, all the way out through your feet and your toes. And once you let go, let a breath in, float through your body, expand your belly, your heart. Open mouth, let everything release. Let your body melt down. Allow your breath to deepen. And with that, some small movements in your fingers, your toes, as you begin to land back. Rocking your head side to side as you feel your body land back in the space. Feel the ground beneath you, and then maybe a stretch of the arms overhead as you wake up. We'll finish our practice as we are. You can lay your hands on your body somewhere if that feels good. Even bringing your feet flat to the mat might feel nice and grounding as well. A moment of gratitude. Thank yourself, thank those around you. Anyone else you want to send some well wishes to? Picture them, send some loving energy. And then we'll take a deep breath in, let your whole body fill. Big open mouth exhale, let everything release. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for being here together. Namaste.